Hello.
Hello.
Welcome to the Horror Corner.
Yay, welcome.
What do we do here? Who are you?
Well, my name is Elle.
Like a blind date.
Oh, blind date. Okay.
Who are you? Explain yourself.
Okay.
Why are you here?
I'm trying.
It's an interrogation.
Okay. My name is Elle. I graduated from college this last June. I've been trying to find a job. I have a dog. Yeah. That's pretty much everything that's happening. Who are you?
Well, I'm Cody. I graduated a year ago at this point. I'm old, and it's awful because I'm still unemployed.
Yeah.
I fortunately have not been unemployed this entire time, but it's still kind of rough.
Yeah.
We are a true crime and paranormal podcast, so if you're not here for that, now's the time to leave. Just be aware that we do talk about some not so great stuff, and if you have to step away and take a break, we understand.
Yep. It's about to get very spooky in this joint. And also horrifying because murder, but
Yeah.
It'll be good.
I mean, it's gonna be fine. We'll be fine.
Yeah.
You'll be fine. Listener, you will be fine.
I mean, I might not be fine, but you'll be fine.
The plus side about being a listener to this is that you can just turn it off and walk away, but we are committed.
Yeah.
We are in it for the ride.
Yeah, and we have to see this through. I have to eventually find the cord to my Yeti, and after that, it will be like tying the knot, selling my soul to Satan. I just can't after that because I'm trying so hard.
All right, so I'm going to take you into my story. I'm going to transport you a little bit across the universe. No, I'm sorry, that's probably copyrighted. Just kidding. I'm going to transport you across the country.
We're going to get sued on our first episode, Cody. It will get sued on our first episode.
Yeah, that would not be great. I have some information later about copyright claims that we can talk about.
Oh, okay. Great.
As a up-and-coming YouTuber, I'm very aware of copyright strikes.
Okay, well, that's good.
Yes. So we're going to transport ourselves away from YouTube and the whack world that is, and imagine ourselves... I thought that was my alarm for a second. It's a car outside.
Oh, my God. We're
going to imagine ourselves in New York in the middle of July of 1932. It's the Great Depression. It's sweltering hot. And, we've been out of our job for quite some time now. It doesn't seem that unlikely. It's actually quite real.
Yeah.
Things aren't looking too great. Your friend's cousin's brother might have a job for you across town, but, there's no guarantee. One night, you're sitting all alone at the counter in Tony Marino's Mermaid Speakeasy on 3rd Street.
Oh my God.
I just read the name of that speakeasy and I did not register it until now. Sipping a glass of cheap whiskey. Some friends sit on either side of you. The barman, Joseph Red Murphy, slides each of a glass, and then he turns to you and says, "Let's plan a murder."
All right. I mean...
There's already a lot going on.
Yep.
So Tony Marino is the bar's owner. Red Murphy is the barman. Frank Pasqua, the undertaker, and Daniel Craigsburg, he's German, I don't know, the fruit seller. And there's also Hershey Green, the cabbie. All sitting at this counter, and they all look at each other and say, we're broke. Let's take out an insurance policy on the town drunk, Michael Malloy.
I know the story.
You do know the story. God. Okay, yeah, I wasn't sure because it's one of my favorite stories that doesn't involve gruesome death.
It's just,
and I really wanted to start out kind of on a light note.
Yes, this is perfect.
Yeah, so I love this. I love this story so much. This man is my hero.
Really?
Yeah, Malloy moved from Ireland to New York at some point and became a fireman. We're not really sure when, but he was thought to be in his 60s when he died. He had a bit of a drinking problem, which made him super unreliable and not really fit for the job, so they fired him. They fired the fireman.
Oh my god. Cody.
I'm sorry.
Stop.
So about 780 people died a year from alcohol poisoning. So, you know, he's kind of on his way, probably.
Yep. Oh no.
No. The people in the bar, Tony, Red, Fake, Daniel, and Hershey, who wasn't even at the bar at the time. Let me backtrack a tiny bit. Mm-hmm. Hershey Green was a cabbie, so he was probably at the bar sometimes, but not all the time. Anyways, they were like, well, you know, 780 people died a year from poisoning. Like, it wouldn't be all that weird if Michael Malloy died from, you know, alcohol poisoning.
Oh no.
So they took out life insurance on a man named Nicholas Mellery. Okay. And Frank Pasqua paid someone to forge documents for someone named Nicholas Mellery. Sorry, my notes are kind of... I wrote them at 2 different times, and I wasn't really awake at either time, so...
No, yeah, you're fine.
Named Nicholas Mellery, and then had Red Murphy pose as Michael Malloy, the man they were actually going to kill, while they went in and said, hello, I'd like to take out a life insurance policy on Nicholas instead. Mm. So then Pasqua posed as Nicholas's brother, and so they all went and took out a $800 policy for Metropolitan Life and 2 $494 policies from Prudential.
Wait, so they're taking multiple life insurance policies out on one person?
Yes.
How do you do that? Is that something you can do now?
I am not sure.
I mean, there's only one time that the person is going to die. I don't get it.
Yeah, I don't really know how that works. Maybe it's for, like, if they die in a fire or they die in a thing. Like, I don't really know how that works. Okay. Like, do you get different policies for different things? I don't know.
Choose your death. Which one will get your family the most money?
Right. I mean, it's like the game of life. Like, you collect insurance policies, and at the end, maybe you died of old age, and then you don't get to collect anything.
Oh, my God.
In total, this was about $1,788, or about $31,000 in today's money. So kind of a lot of money.
Yeah.
Plus, they would get double if Nicholas Mellery's death was an accident. So about $62,000 today.
Okay.
And they would split that money between, I think it's just the 4 of them. I don't think Hershey Green was in on this yet. Also, can we talk about his name? We'll talk about his name.
Yeah, I
have a lot to say about that.
Wondering, like, Hershey Green and then Red Max? No, Red, what was his name? Murphy, yeah. Yeah. Who named these men? I
don't know, because that was his nickname. His actual name is Joseph. I also would not want to go by Joseph.
No.
Sorry, all the Josephs out there. It's a great name. I went by Red for a while, so, you know, I'm a little bit more partial to it, you know, okay. Those things.
Wait, you went by Red?
Yeah, just like Michael Malloy, I had a number of nicknames. We'll talk about that at the end here.
Okay.
He's quite the man. The first thing they tried to, get this payout from the insurance companies was they just figured, you know, he's at the bar pretty much every day anyways, drinking himself to death. You know, like, we'll just cancel his tab and just tell him he can drink for free so that he'll drink himself to death a little bit sooner and not have to worry about the financial debt he'll be in.
Oh my God.
By the end of the night, you know?
Yeah.
So obviously he's, like, thrilled by this, and he just keeps drinking and drinking and drinking. But, you know, night after night, he keeps coming back, and he's perfectly fine. So they're like, well, fuck, what do we do?
Man, yeah.
Let's start switching out his vodka or whiskey or whatever he's drinking that's probably already watered down because it's the middle of the prohibition, and just switch it out for antifreeze until, you know, all he's drinking is antifreeze.
Wow.
But you know what? He still keeps coming back. He's still sitting on that bar stool every night. So they keep doing the same thing with methanol, ethanol, turpentine, horse poison, and rat poison. And, you know, this man is just he's probably shit-faced at this point, like every single night, not even worrying about his tab. Like he's got no worries. He doesn't have work. He doesn't have a tab. Like he's fine. I could just sit here drinking all night.
Oh my god. Sounds
so
like
then we're like,
grandpa.
all right, what else can we fucking do? Because we need to get this guy's money. Because now we're running up a tab with all these companies that are selling us fucking rat poison and horse poison and antifreeze. Like,
oh no, I didn't realize how expensive murder is.
Illegal alcohol, right?
Oh
like, come on, we got shit to pay for. We got to pay the bills, Michael.
Yeah. Unexpected costs.
Yeah, so they're like, all right, let's feed him raw oysters soaked in denatured alcohol, which is very poisonous.
Oh my God.
And when that didn't work, they put rotten sardines with carpet tacks or like broken glass to mess with his digestive tract in his sandwich.
I'm sorry, they fed him broken glass and he didn't notice?
I don't fucking know, dude.
Okay.
I don't know.
Anyways.
Yeah, so none of that worked. And now guess what the five guys, who were probably not known as five guys because that's probably also copyrighted. I don't know.
Wow.
They were actually known as the Murder Trust.
The Murder Trust.
The Murder Trust.
Wow.
And guess what they said?
What did they say?
Winter is coming.
Really? Did they really say that?
Maybe.
Oh my God.
Maybe. So the Murder Trust was baffled, like completely baffled by Malloy's ability to somehow develop a tolerance to all of their indigestible poisons. So as the weather turned colder, they figured they'd just, try to let nature run its course. Even though, obviously, letting him drink himself to death wasn't letting nature run its course either, Yeah,
no.
Yeah. So one night, they got him super drunk. He passed out on the floor, and they just dragged him out into the winter, into the middle of a blizzard, and just left him in a park.
Hey, I mean, yeah.
They really just hoped he would die of hypothermia.
Yikes.
And spoiler alert, he didn't die.
Yeah, no.
He showed up at the bar the next morning and asked for his usual drink to warm him up.
Jesus.
Yes, this man is persistent.
Oh my God. Do you think, he even has any idea of what was happening, or...
I don't know.
I mean,
he obviously, especially with the tacks and stuff in his sandwich, he had to know and just been like, fucking watch this, boys.
Yeah. He had to have been in pain, but... Or...
I wonder if he was in some sort of, circus or something before he moved to New York.
I don't know.
And he was, the man who swallowed anything.
Yeah.
Come on over here, get your tickets to see the man who could swallow anyone. Anyone, anything.
Anyone? Oh my God. This is taking a turn.
Oh, boy, oh boy.
Watch me swallow a thumbtack, and then your firstborn.
My name is Zeus.
Oh my God.
Oh, wow. Michael Malloy is now a god, right?
Oh, please no. I really don't want to think of God as a alcoholic man who doesn't know what is happening.
I mean, that's pretty much what Dionysus was.
I mean, yeah, that's true.
Alrighty.
Okay, well, how else do they try to kill him?
How they did not figure out, or how Michael did not figure out that they were trying to murder him.
Yeah.
The Murder Trust asked Hershey Green, the cabbie, to run him over with his cab.
Oh my God.
Now, Green was not too keen on this idea, but they were like, well, you'll get a cut. And he said, okay, fine. Malloy, drunk as he was, miraculously dodged the cab twice before they were able to run him over. So, maybe he was a little bit aware of what was happening.
Yeah.
Even though he was, pissed drunk.
Oh my God.
So they ran him over finally, and he laid on the ground, unmoving and battered, and they believed they had finally done it. Killed the durable Michael Malloy.
Right.
Until he showed up at the bar 4 weeks later, all bandaged up, and joked about his injuries.
Oy vey.
So finally, they taped a hose to his face one night. They broke into his home, taped a hose to his face, and piped gas directly into him while he was sleeping.
Oh, what?
Yeah, so they literally
Wait.
stood there until his like pulse stopped, and then called one of their doctor friends to write up a
Oh.
fake death certificate for Malloy under a fake name, or under the fake name of like Nicholas. Oh wow, Nicholas Mallory. Really just fucked up.
I'm still stuck on the fact that they ran a gas pipe directly into his mouth, and he
Yeah,
didn't notice.
I mean he was asleep.
Yeah, yeah.
I don't know if they broke into his house after he got like blackout drunk. So maybe he was just so drunk that like when he like passed out, they were just like, "All right, now's the time. Let's fucking go."
Where did they find the gas pipe though? Like, did he just have like a loose gas pipe or
Well, you like
like
open the gas for like your stove or whatever if you have a gas. I don't know. Did they have gas stoves back then?
I mean, if they had antifreeze, they probably had gas stoves.
Yeah. So you like open up that thing, you like put a hose on it, and you pipe it directly to your face.
Oh, okay, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. That is
I don't know if they had propane tanks. They probably didn't.
yeah.
But you get the idea. They just like lined it in from the fucking fire hydrant outside or whatever.
I don't know why, but that is the part that makes me want to vomit right now. Oh,
Gas in your face? Yeah, no, absolutely.
yeah.
Um,
Oh my god.
I couldn't imagine why. So they got one of their doctor friends to write up a fake death certificate for Malloy under the fake name Nicholas Mallory and said
Yeah.
he died of pneumonia.
Okay.
Metropolitan Life paid out their $800, but Prudential asked to see the body. And Prudential was the one who offered them two insurance policies for like about $500 each.
Oh
So they
my
would have
God.
gotten 1,000 from Prudential. But Prudential was like, I need to see a body. And at this point, obviously the amount of money they had spent trying to kill Malloy kind of outweighed the amount that they were going to get from the insurance company. But I
Yeah.
guess, they were like, I want my money.
Yeah. We've come too
And
far.
so they told Prudential that the body had already been buried, and Prudential was like, that's suspicious.
Yeah.
And the members of the
Yeah.
murder trust probably just laughed nervously and said, haha, okay. So Prudential
boy.
called the police.
As you
The
do,
police
as you
had
should.
heard rumors.
Oh, I said
Yeah,
as
obviously.
you do. Yeah.
And the police, who had heard rumors of a Mike the Durable, also got suspicions and had the body exhumed to be examined by medical professionals,
Oh my
who
God.
I assume had not been paid off to write up a fake death certificate.
Wow.
They soon discovered that Michael Malloy, or Nicholas Mallory, had not, in fact, died from pneumonia. Soon
Yeah.
after, Hershey Green, the cabbie, decided he wasn't happy with his cut of the money and started to talk.
Oh my God. Hershey.
I know, right? You're supposed to be the cool one, like we've got Joseph Red Murphy, like his name's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Tony Marino, the barkeep, like come on.
Yeah.
Francis Pasqua, like all these fucking cool people, and then Hershey Green with like the coolest name.
I know.
It's like, I want more money.
What's the tagline for Hershey's chocolate? I feel like it might be applicable, but I forget.
What is it?
Wait,
Is it, I want
no,
more money?
I forget what it is, but like, oh,
See here, chocolate advertising slogan or business slogan most associated with Hershey is "There's a smile in every Hershey bar."
oh,
I don't think that's it.
yeah, no. Okay, anyways, it might
Their
have been
other
thinking about
mission statement
goldfish,
is about
the snack
socially
that smiles back.
responsible.
Anyways,
Socially responsible and environmentally sustainable manners of making chocolate. The next suggested question is, why is Hershey's chocolate so vile?
oh my
Same.
God.
Wow.
It's like not vile. It's like mediocre. It's not great. What do you call it?
Yeah,
Vile. Unless
I
you're
don't know if I
doing
agree
something
with that
wrong with
statement, but
it.
sure.
Oh my God.
I've been watching those like Bon Appetit test kitchen videos lately,
Oh my
and I
God.
am inspired.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And what are you inspired to make?
something just to learn how to cook for myself? Question mark. Instead of
Okay.
just making ramen every night,
Oh my God. Yeah.
just millennial things.
Millennial things. Learning how to
Anyway.
cook and murder.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They kind of maybe I'll become a cannibal. No, no.
Cody.
Let's cancel that statement.
Oh my God.
I'm never gonna become a cannibal.
No, yeah.
I don't advise it. I don't recommend it.
Yes.
I'm not on board with cannibalism.
If you're listening to this podcast, this is not a sign to be a cannibal. We are not cannibals. We do not condone it.
I mean, disclaimer, like, I think I'm not personally into cannibalism, but if you are fascinated with cannibalism, like, that's on you. I'm not going to judge, but please don't take action. Once you take action, then that's kind of when you start to judge a little bit. I'm sorry.
Yeah, a bit. Yeah. Okay.
All right. Okay.
How did we get there? Let's get back to Hershey's chocolate.
I don't know. It's like I'm hungry.
Okay. You're hungry, so you start talking about cannibalism. That's great.
Well,
Cody.
okay, look. I have oatmeal next to me, and it's like really dehydrated, so it looks like brains. It's a whole thing.
Ew. Okay, please just finish your story.
All right.
Oh my god. I can't deal with this anymore.
All right. And thus, Tony Marino, Francis Pasqua, Red Murphy, Daniel Kreisberg, I don't know if he's German, it's fine, were all executed on June 5th, 1934, by the electric chair in Sing Sing Prison in Ossining, New York. I'm not from New York. I don't know how that goes. There's too many S's involved. And ironing. It's fine.
Yeah. I know. You're fine.
Anyways, they're all dead now. They've been executed. They were found guilty of murder and all of that, so they were executed. The doctor who aided in the death certificate faking, what is that called? Perjury? I don't know.
Yeah. Fraud. No.
Fraud, thank you. I'm an English major. Fraud? I should do these things. The doctor was convicted and sent to prison, I believe. Mm-hmm. I did not finish that sentence. It cut off. It's fine.
Oh no. Well, we could assume that he was sent to prison.
Yeah, so he was sentenced to a prison sentence with a $10,000 bail.
Okay.
He's a doctor. He could probably pay it. He's probably fine.
Yeah.
Hershey Green, Cabby, who we all know and love, avoided the electric chair because he probably, gave up all this information. So they're like, oh, you're cool. And so he just went to prison.
Oh, my God. Hershey.
Good old Hershey Green the Cabby.
Wow.
All right, so now here are some of the nicknames, as promised, that people have given Michael Malloy over the years.
I'm excited.
We've got Durable Mike, Mike the Durable,
okay,
Iron Mike. We've got a pattern going here.
Yeah, Mike. Okay, Mike the Durable, Mike the
Durable, Iron Mike.
Iron Mike.
Yeah.
Oh.
So that's where the pattern ends, and now we've got Irish Rasputin.
Oh, okay. I was thinking about Rasputin as we were telling the story, I gotta say.
Right, like I just learned a lot about Rasputin because I watched The Last Tsars on Netflix.
Oh my gosh.
And I was like, this is fucking wild.
Yeah.
Like, I cannot believe. Like, I knew he was kind of a shady figure in actual history, but he is a really shady figure in actual history.
Shady as in maybe a lizard person and immortal? I don't know. Oh,
absolutely. All right, so the last nickname that he's received is the Juggernaut.
The Juggernaut?
The Juggernaut.
And what's that mean?
Juggernaut. The Juggernaut.
Why?
All right, friends, let's open up the dictionary. I don't know what a Juggernaut is.
It doesn't even sound like a real word.
Oh, it is. There's like a whole comic thing about it. I really don't know what it is. Okay. Who it is. I don't know. My roommate talks about it all the time.
Oh, here we go.
Not all the time.
The Juggernaut is a fictional character appearing in American comic books published by Marvel Comics.
Yes.
Okay. Fun.
Juggernaut heals quickly as when he was stabbed through the eyes by Shatterstar. I love that name.
Oh my god.
The wounds were healed almost immediately. All right, sounds like Michael Malloy.
Yeah, wow. All right. Honestly, I wonder what Michael and Malloy's life was like and what it was that made him drink so much that he didn't notice that people were killing him.
Well, no, he got fired for drinking.
Oh, wait. Oh, so the drinking problem started after he got fired, or?
The drinking problem started at some point in his life. And when he moved to New York, he was fired from his fireman job because he was just drunk all the time.
Okay.
So he was like super unreliable, and I guess just like he's a fireman. You got to show up to work at all hours.
Yeah.
So if you're at the bar at all hours, like
Yeah.
you're probably drunk at all hours, so
Yeah.
you can't show up to work at all hours.
So like getting
It's just a
fired
circle.
probably like pushed him over the edge, and then he just went for it.
Probably. It just
Yeah.
gave him more time to drink.
I mean, yeah, that makes
Yeah.
sense.
And then they were like, "Oh, you don't have a tab anymore." So now
Yeah.
it just gave him less debt to think about.
Yeah, and
I don't know.
I guess no one was offering him rehab, so
I
rip.
just definitely don't think I'd feel as guilty drinking forever if I didn't have to pay anyone out at the end of it all.
Yeah, that's very true.
Like if someone sat me down at a dinner and was like, "Okay, you can eat whatever you want for however long you want," I wouldn't feel guilty like getting the most expensive thing on the list.
Exactly. Yeah.
Versus like, "Oh, hey, I'm taking you out to dinner for tonight. Like, get whatever you want." And be like, I'm gonna get something like in the middle because I don't want to seem like I'm kind of like guilty for making them pay. So I'm not gonna get the cheapest thing on the list. So you're like gonna get the middle of the road thing.
Yeah.
And like, only get one entree. Versus like, you can just be here whenever you want, get whatever you want for however long. Like, just no tab, whatever. I'm gonna get whatever I want. I'm gonna get a lot of side dishes. I'm gonna get all the fries, all the whatevers. Like,
gonna get all of the aiolis for the fries.
The lobster.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
Yeah. We're gonna go to a sushi place, and you're gonna run up. You're gonna just have a permanent chef standing there.
Oh my god, sushi sounds so good. Can we go to sushi sometime?
Oh, absolutely.
Okay. Let's do it. Okay, but also,
okay. So now that we've ruined our appetites by talking about cannibals.
Wait, okay, I'm sorry. We went from sushi to cannibals again. Cannibals? Why are we back at cannibals?
Because I'm hungry and I'm looking at my oatmeal and I don't want to eat it.
Oh my,
my mouth
Cody,
hungry.
just eat your oatmeal and then stop talking about cannibalism.
Alright. Alright.
Oh my god.
Oh yeah. Okay. We're gonna cut that out.
No, it's...
Continue.
Our listeners should know who you truly are, Cody.
No. Alright, if they really want to know who I am, follow us on... No.
Oh, Jesus.
Follow me on my secret YouTube channel.
Cannibal
My
Delight.
Finsta.
Oh my gosh. Amazing.
Alright, tell me about your, not murder involved story.
Okay, well, yeah. Okay. I can't say definitively that there is no link to murder because this story is fucking crazy as hell. But, okay. So, I have decided that for the first few episodes, I'm going to do a streak of stories about haunted objects. So,
I see.
Our first haunted object today is
yourself.
is myself. I mean, yeah, no. I sound like death. Yeah, if you can't tell, I am recovering from a cold and I will probably be coughing like every 5 seconds through the story. So, congratulations, you're here. Okay, but my story is Robert the Doll.
No, please don't. Oh no.
Cody,
I've been listening to so many things about this recently and I'm thoroughly spooked and I'm ready.
Okay, well, so then you know a bit about Robert the Doll then.
Yes, and I want to hear more.
Okay, so basically the rundown is that Robert the Doll is considered one of the most haunted objects in America. He's life-sized, made of cloth.
I hate it.
And apparently he's around 115 years old. He is terrifying.
I hate it.
And may or may not have killed people. So, let's just sit with that for a second.
I don't want to. Oh my god.
I know I've been fascinated by Robert the Doll for a long time, but one thing that I didn't realize until I started researching for this episode is that he actually has a little dog that goes with him. And I did not know that until I was watching Zach Bagel Bites Haunted Museum.
Yes.
And I'm like, anyways, we will get to Zach Bagans and that bullshit.
Okay.
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 But so the details of where exactly Robert originated from are debated, but the story does revolve around this doll being given as a gift by someone to a 4-year-old boy named Robert Eugene Otto, who lived with his family in Key West, Florida, in about 1902, so like the 1910s.
Okay.
One theory of where the doll came from, of course, this is very basic, is that a voodoo practicing servant, and I'm guessing that servant is a euphemism because, you know, it's the 1900s. But so that this voodoo priestess servant gave the doll to Jean and then cursed it because the family had mistreated her. Which is a very convenient excuse for them. Like, oh no, of course our, like, Haitian servant cursed this doll, and that's why it's all happening.
Yes.
Yeah,
It's
but
very rude.
so
Do not appreciate.
I know we don't love that. But then another theory is that Jean's grandpa brought it back as a gift from him from Germany. That version though leaves out like how exactly Robert became haunted. So, you know,
He's
don't
haunted.
really
It's fine.
know. Yeah, yeah. I'm guessing that
Great.
if the servant did cast a spell on the doll, then she was very justified doing so. So I support her either way. Okay. But however Robert was brought in, Eugene instantly connected with him. Eugene is said to have been a very shy, quiet kid, and Robert was a kind of a replacement friend, which is already concerning. I would say that Robert has no friends, but this doll is like instantly replacing all human connection. But his parents were apparently happy that he had found something or someone to socialize with, I guess, which is weird.
It's like the weird horse girl who like goes around the playground riding her like imaginary horse, and you're just like, okay,
dude,
just let her do her thing.
I was that child.
Fantastic.
Me and my twin, we were house sitting.
Wait, you have a twin?
Yeah. I have a twin.
Hold on.
She lives in Portland, and she has a very successful job in data science. So, yeah. But anyways,
I didn't know this.
She's very successful.
That's more to unpack later. It's fine.
Yeah, but anyways, we were house sitting for this family that had like a super huge house and a huge backyard, and we would play horses in the backyard like literally every day of the summer, and, like split up the backyard between our barns. Anyways, we were weird. So yeah, back to the story. Gene identified with a doll so completely that he named him his own name, Robert. So Gene actually started going by Gene so that he could name his doll his real name, Robert, and not take that name from his doll.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
I see now. Sorry, I got it like mixed up in my head. I was like, got it. Okay.
No, yeah. So yeah, Gene's real name is Robert, but
Okay.
now the doll has appropriated that name.
Okay, yeah, because I always thought that his name was just Gene, and I completely forgot. Okay.
Oh, yeah, no. It's just like a whole other level of creepy.
Fantastic.
But yeah, so like things seemed pretty normal at first. Like, you know, it is like it's possible that a 4-year-old would normally carry out a conversation with a doll and take them everywhere and treat them like humans. So like that's not too weird. And when Jean like started like bringing Robert to the dinner table, like sleeping with him, like that wasn't that weird. And then here's some things that Jean does for Robert when Jean is a child. Jean will talk to him. Jean will bring him to the dinner table and have food put in front of him. He will throw a fit if his parents will not put a plate of food in front of Robert. Jean will sleep with him and bring him everywhere with him. He gave him his own name, and so it's like funny. I like noticed during my research that Jean was known to have talked about Robert in the first person. So like instead of saying like this is my doll Robert, he would say his name is Robert. Does that like kind of make sense? How like it's like not
Yes.
third person? Yeah. Anyways, creepy.
I see. It became less of a thing, but more of a person.
Yeah.
He personified the doll.
Yeah, exactly. And of course, things don't get better from here. I just gotta say that I hope that when I become a parent, I'm not gonna be an idiot and only think of taking my kid to therapy when they're clawing my eyes out or like blaming the destruction of a house on their doll.
Is that really what it took?
I mean, well, they like didn't even end up sending him to therapy. They sent him to a boarding school, but like it will get there. But I guess like also it's like in the 1900s, and Jean is a tiny ass kid, so they don't really have mental health treatment back then. But anyways, okay.
Huh.
But so things start to escalate. As time goes on and Jean gets older, the family starts hearing footsteps and little like children like pattering it across the floor that cannot be Jean walking across the floor. They hear voices and stomping. Toys would be in places that they shouldn't, or like lamps or like things would be thrown off the table and shattered across the floor. It escalated to the point where whole rooms would be torn apart, and I'm guessing in ways that Jean, as like a small child, could possibly like physically not have done in the 5 minutes that he was alone or something.
Like lifting an entire like dresser or something.
Like capsizing like a huge couch or something like that.
Great, got it. Okay.
Yeah, so like a 10-year-old.
There's no way he's Mr. Incredible. We just ruled that out.
Yep. He is a very human child. And creepy as hell.
Wait, so are you saying that Mr. Incredible is not human?
Oh, have I just like stepped on a
yes.
minefield of controversy?
A little bit.
Oh.
I'm just kidding. No, I love the movie Incredibles. It's fine.
Okay.
We can talk about that later.
I saw Incredibles 2 and like cried, but anyways.
Yeah, I still haven't seen it because I'm like in love with the first one, and I'm one of those people that's like a purist. That movie can never have a sequel. Oh my
dude, the second one is so good though. They did it so right, I feel like. Okay.
Well,
we'll
see.
Okay, well, I'm gonna make you watch it with me. Anyways, so Jean is being blamed for things being torn apart in ways that he possibly could not have done as a child. One time, Jean's mother is said to have walked into his room and found all of his other toys like tornadoed across the floor and just like shattered or broken. And when she got angry and asked what happened, Jean just said Robert did it.
Fantastic.
Yeah. And so that like was the excuse for like the next, I don't know, however many years before they sent him off to boarding school. But things continue to escalate on multiple levels as Jean like becomes like a preteen and a teenager. On like the general haunting level, Jean starts to get afraid of Robert. As in like he was said to sometimes have been found cowering in the corner of the attic, telling Robert to stop it, and the doll is just like fucking across the room, like still staring at him, not moving, but just like dead eyes at him, and like Gina's like crying in the corner, and I don't know, that's just fucking creepy.
Yeah, okay. Me as a parent would just take that doll away immediately.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, the mom does try, but we will get there. But okay, so the creepiest thing that I've heard is that the story about when Jean's mom was walking by his closed bedroom door and she heard her son talking. And she just assumed, like, oh, he must be talking to Robert. But then she hears, like, a different, like, very gravelly, deep voice reply to Robert.
No, thank you.
Yeah. So then it's like an old man's voice, like, very deep, very rough. So she thinks someone's in there. So she, like, swings open the door, but it's just Jean and Robert sitting across from each other, like staring deeply into each other's eyes.
No, no, thank you.
Yeah.
Cancelled. Oh my gosh.
Well, sorry. It already happened, dude. We're all fucked. Okay.
Do we need to take like a sick break?
No, I'm fine.
Okay.
I'm like so close.
Okay.
So close to the climax of the story. Okay.
I see. Okay.
Yeah, I've got my coffee, which isn't exactly helpful, but it's fine.
Okay.
Okay, but the parents finally start freaking out about it, which thank God. In the Lore episode, which is a TV show on Amazon Prime of Aaron Mahnke's podcast Lore, the mom tries to put Robert in a nailed shut box, and like store him in the attic so that like to separate him from Jean. But like the whole time Jean is just like shrieking in the bathroom or in the background. And this happens after like one really bad incident where the house was just like destroyed. So she's like trying to like nail this doll into a box. And then like the
and
parents,
Jean's just having a fit.
Yeah, he's just like freaking out, like I think like making threats about like what Robert is gonna do to them. I like didn't write this down, but I'm pretty sure there was something like really creepy about that. Like
I'm just stressed,
like he's gonna kill you.
Yeah, like how do you as a parent like discern your kid like being scared of a possessed doll versus your kid just having vivid like night terrors and imagination issues?
I mean,
that wasn't the phrase I wanted to use, but
no,
we're
yeah,
here now.
Yeah. I think it's to like when the point where things are like getting destructive and like the kid is having
Right.
If the kid is having like an episode like that, then you're like, okay, this obviously isn't good for anyone. Let's take the kid to therapy. But
that's just a lot. It's just like if you don't have a dog, can you blame it on the dog?
Yeah.
I don't know.
No.
There's no way to tell. There's no way to know.
Exactly. Yeah. Oy vey. Okay. Yeah, well, so the mom tries to, like, nail Robert into a box, but then they all go to bed. And
okay.
They go to bed, and Jean is finally asleep, but, the mom wakes up in the middle of the night, and guess what she sees? Sitting on the chair next to her.
The dog that's been destroying everything with a guilty look on his face.
I mean, he's not exactly guilty. Robert is sitting on the chair beside her bed with a knife in his hands.
No!
Yeah.
With a smug look, right?
I mean, kind of just like with his empty, expressionless doll look, but...
Just with his regular face.
Yeah, just...
That's even worse.
His face. Yeah, you know.
I always imagine Robert as, like, the Chucky doll. Or, like, the doll from, like, Goosebumps.
No,
I don't know what that doll is called, but...
Yeah, I know.
I finally looked up a picture of him, and I was like, that's not the doll I've been picturing, and it's almost worse.
It is worse, because it's like, I've probably seen a doll like that in my life. For sale.
Yeah.
Ugh, yeah.
Ugh. Gross.
Yeah, so...
With a knife! Oh my god.
Yeah, with a knife, yeah. So, like, it, like, escalates on, like, that level. Like, the haunting is getting worse. But then psychologically, for Jean... So, Jean is getting to be, like, a teenager. And yet, he is still treating Robert like a human. So...
Okay, that's definitely the point where you take your child.
Exactly. Yeah. So, like, all attempts to separate the two have been futile and obviously really dangerous. I mean, like, Jean is still, like, taking Robert with him everywhere. He's still sleeping with Robert. He's still taking Robert to the dinner table. And so, finally, his mom is like, okay, we just have to separate them somehow. So, she sends him off to boarding school. And that's, like, the only thing that works. But, of course, it doesn't end there.
Wait, so she keeps Robert in the house and just sends Jean alone?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
no. She, like, puts Gene, like, up in his bedroom. Oh, yeah, and then, like, while he's gone, like, neighbors could report, like, seeing, like, a boy in the window.
Just like,
Obviously,
when will
Robert.
my Robert or when will my Jean come home from the war?
Oh my god. Yeah, essentially. Um, but yeah. So that works for the time being, but doesn't end up end there. Of course not. Um, when
Ugh.
Gene when Gene comes back home from art school in Chicago, and he gets married, he buys his childhood house. And this whole time, Robert was still living in the house, like with his mom, who I guess died, and then he like bought the house or something. Um, but yeah, so as soon as Gene moved back into that house with his wife, he reconnected with Robert as like a 30-year-old man. Um, so a lot of stories
Hmm.
say that Gene and Robert went back right back to their old childhood ways, to the point where he was like, as like a fully grown man married, bringing this doll to the dinner table with him and his wife. Um,
Yes.
and I like read something that said that even when he got married, Robert or sorry, Gene and his wife slept on different sides of the house, but he slept
Yeah, I
with
would too.
yeah, but he slept with Robert in his bed.
Oh, that's so gross.
Yeah, so basically, that carries on until Gene dies, and then and when he dies, Robert is still in the house when the new home buyers like buy the house. And so I forget I didn't I write down the name of the next home buyers, but like essentially like this woman moves in and she like sees Robert and she takes care of him, but then she actually sends him to a museum in like Key West, Florida, where he still
Okay.
is right now. So
Okay, yeah, I think I've seen pictures of him in his box. And they're like, you can't take pictures of him, right?
yeah. So you can't take pictures of him without asking for his permission.
That's crazy.
I know, yeah.
I'm mm. Just imagine like if vloggers got their hands on this and just like came in to vlog with him. It's just like, I don't have permission to vlog with you. Can I get permission to vlog with you? Like,
Yeah,
oh,
no.
I hate it. I hate the thought of that. Plus the thought of taking pictures without his permission and just like having him come after me.
Exactly. Yeah. So like he's in a glass case in the Haunted Museum right now. And yeah, so what has happened is that like if people don't ask permission before they take pictures with him, like they will get into like car accidents, they'll lose their job, they'll have deaths in their family. Like I think someone's dog died.
Oh,
Um
scandalous.
yeah, so just like all this shit goes wrong in their life, and I think I think that the room where Robert is stationed, the walls are actually covered with like letters from people like begging him to lift the curse that they put on him. So like they will
Hmm.
just like write to Robert like, "Hi Robert, I'm so sorry that I took your picture. I lost my job. I lost my car. I got evicted. Um,
Okay, check.
check. Please stop this. And like sometimes they'll like include like candy and stuffed animals for him and stuff. And yeah, so that is where we are right now. Robert is still
Maybe
terrorizing.
I should write to Robert. Like, I haven't visited him. I've been taking a picture of him without his permission, but all of those things have pretty much happened to me, and I'm just maybe I should write to him.
I mean, yeah. Or imagine what
I
would
haven't
happen
lost
to
my house
you.
yet, but
Imagine
I'm
what would happen
very
to you if
close.
this is already happening and then you go see Robert and you take a picture. Just like maybe you should do a social experiment. Like how
Yeah, maybe I should just
low.
go down there and take a picture of him.
I mean,
Hmm.
Joe, I was like
Maybe
totally
my luck will
joking.
just turn around. Maybe that'll be the day.
I am never going to go see him. I swear to God.
Um, Here's the thing. I love dogs, and I'm in love with this group of 5 dogs who
Yeah.
periodically go down to the Florida Keys for vacation.
Oh my God.
So, if I were to happen to be in the Florida Keys maybe on the hunt for these dogs because I love them and, they're great. And, I really not want to invade their privacy, but also I want to go pet these dogs. What if on the way to petting these dogs, in the least stalkerish way, I'd probably just be wandering around where they generally hang out, and, hopefully stumble upon them. What if on the way to stumbling upon these dogs, I stumble upon Robert the dog? Robert the doll. And, I just happen to be walking around, hold up my phone to see, if I can get some cool shots, and I happen to get Robert in the back of one of my pictures,
No.
And, what if I, that night, get on a plane, disappointed because I couldn't find the dogs.
Oh, my God.
And I look through my photos and see Robert the doll in the background, and, I come back to my house, and I'd be like, well, that's unfortunate. Maybe now I have bad luck. Maybe not. We'll see. I'm just, I'm going to hope for the best, and I won't write him a letter, it's probably fine. What if all that happens? What if I have a picture of him on my phone that I didn't mean to take?
Oh, you mean by accident?
Yes, this was a very elaborate story.
Very hypothetical.
To, if I happen to take a picture of him without knowing, what would happen to me?
I mean, I'd probably say that you're still fucked.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
I'm on board. I'm never going to see him.
Yeah, no, I would.
I'm never going to go see him.
Definitely err on the side of caution. I get it when people are, fascinated with the paranormal, oh my gosh, I have to go see this haunted object. And I'm just no, I'm not.
Maybe just leave it alone.
Yeah, I'm not going to go to Zach Bagans' Haunted Museum ever. Oh, yeah, that was the last leg of the
Bagans.
story. Yeah, so the most recent thing that I've seen/heard about Robert is they brought him in for an episode of Zach Bagans' haunted museum or something. And he has this museum in Las Vegas, which if you're a fan
that sounds
of
like the weirdest place to have his museum.
I know, yeah. Well, he lives there, which is also weird, but
oh, okay, yeah.
So, anyways, he has this haunted museum, and he has a TV show where they talk about all of the haunted objects that he has, and he had Robert brought into his museum, brought in from Key West, Florida, and him and his carer and. Zach Bagans had Robert sit on his lap. And I'm just oh my God. As far as I know, nothing...
Maybe advise not to do that.
Yeah. As far as I know, nothing terrible or more than usual has happened to Zach, but,
I mean, with all the other stuff that he encounters, who's to say that it was Robert's fault?
Exactly.
Or, sorry, I don't mean Robert's fault. Who's to say that his encounter with Robert put things in motion?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I mean, if you have a museum of haunted objects, could really be anything, gotta say.
Honestly.
But yeah, so, yeah, the highlight of the recent Robert the Doll story is that he sat on Zach Bacon's lap, and Zach looked very creeped out, as he should.
Would you say less than thrilled?
Less than thrilled. Yeah, but that concludes the story of Robert the Doll.
Great.
Let's hope
I'm thoroughly spooked.
Yeah, let's hope that is the end and that he never leaves the museum because... Wait,
okay, so who has it now?
I forget the name of the museum. It's
Is it the one in the Keys or
yeah,
is it...
Yeah, there's a...
Bagel Bites. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. Bagel Bites had Robert flown in with his carer, but I don't think that Robert actually ever stayed in the museum.
Oh, okay. It was a visit situation.
Yeah.
Got it.
Yeah, God. Here, I'm looking up the title of the museum right now. Okay. I think it's the Fort East Martello Museum is where Robert is right now. Yeah.
Okay, so I know where I'm not planning my next vacation.
What?
I know where I'm not planning my next vacation.
Yeah. Good. I'm never gonna go see him. I like strive to know about all these haunted objects so that I can actively avoid them.
Yes.
Oh,
That's
God.
a solid plan.
Yeah. All right. Well,
All right.
that concludes my story.
Great. And that concludes our episode, our first episode.
Woohoo!
That I think we only have to cut minimal things out of. I don't know if my personal audio will be usable because I definitely see a lot of spikes that don't look great on my audio waveforms.
Yeah. It's okay. I was
yeah.
also recording on Audacity. Oh, and we're about an hour right now, which was our exact goal.
Great. Okay.
Yay.
So do we want to tell people where they can find us on the internet?
Yes, but you've been doing all that, so how about you tell them that? Because I don't know anything yet.
You can find us on Twitter, Patreon, and YouTube, where all of our episodes will be posted at the Horror Corner Podcast. We are still trying to get things set up a little bit. We will try to be as active as possible, but this is not our main situation.
Yeah.
So we're going to try to be as active as possible.
Yeah.
Do you have any personal socials or anything?
Personal socials? None that would be relevant to share. But
Great.
I'll think about it for next episode. Do you?
Yeah, so you can also find me on Twitter at GoCody. You can also find me on YouTube at OddCubePunk. That is OddCubepunk. I have a small, tiny YouTube channel that I'm trying to build up. And yeah, those are the two places you can also find me.
Nice. And I will try to have something. I'm thinking about starting a Patreon to try to do some writing stuff on because I'm a writer, but we'll see. But yeah. Anyways, right now you can't find me anywhere, so just go find Cody.
Well, so in the future, would you be interested in possibly running the Instagram page?
I would be interested in that. Yes.
There we go. We will soon have an Instagram page as well.
Woohoo! Yeah. Okay, cool.
So that is all for today.
That's it. Thank you so much for listening.
We're going to go.
We will see you, or talk to you next week.
Hopefully.
Are we doing weekly episodes?
That's the plan.
Okay, cool. Okay, anyways, I'm just kidding. We totally have everything planned together, so don't.
We know exactly what we're doing.
Okay, cool. All right. Well, I'm Elle.
I'm Cody.
Okay, and thank you so much for listening to Welcome to the Horror Corner. Bye.
We will see you next week. Bye.
Bye.